Hello, April. How are you?
Hi.
So, you are the Assistant Director of the Workforce Development at GMHC. Tell us a little bit about workforce and the Match program and how that all works.
We're about 8 years old, and it started when our clients were living longer and decided they needed something else to do besides painting and sculpting. We had a lot of clients who at one time thought they were going to die and had maxed out their credit cards and just like went on shopping sprees because they felt like they weren't going to have to pay back the money, and then they realized that they were still alive and that they needed to really find a job, basically. And that's how the Match program was kind of born, as it were. We provide vocational services, referrals to agencies like M.A.T.C.H. We have different leakages throughout the community for services that we don't provide within. We have 3 job developers on staff, 3 case managers on staff, and it's a little different dynamic than the case management services that people would get for other issues in their life besides work. So our case managers focus mostly on vocational barriers or linkages. We provide workforce development attire for people going on interviews, Metro cards for interviews. We do workshops on soft skills, interviewing prep. We do mock interviews. We do workshops on self-esteem and post-placement workshops in regards to how to keep your job once employed, how to ask for that raise or increase in pay when it's well deserved, and not being afraid to move up in your job.
That's so powerful, all of that work.
Yeah. We've had people come in to do those types of workshops for us, and it's been really great. We are part of the Earn Fee Alliance through SEEDCO, and that affords us the opportunity to provide most of the post-placement services that we do for our Back to Work program clients. So we're doing really well.
Right. It sounds like a wonderful program.
Yes,
and how important is it to encourage women to do the workforce program? Is it easier with men?
Well, for GMHC, the male population is very dominant, so that really goes without saying. I think that, well, just to give you a little background, I had been part of a connection with Penn State and a woman named Liza Conyers who decided to conduct a survey of women and to see just how many women access services at GMHC, access services for employment, how much they knew about all the available help or assistance that was outside in the community. And after she gathered all the numbers from the survey, it showed that the percentages for women was extremely low, and that men seemed to access more services than women. So I think we really tried to find out what the dynamics was, and I think one of the reasons is because women are the caregivers of the children and take care of the home and the families, and I think that's why a lot of them have not, done as well as men. But at M.A.T.C.H, we are a male-dominant client base, but we have lots of women now who have participated.
So it's growing with women.
Yes, we're seeing a lot more women every day, and it's a good feeling when you can make a change in a woman's life who has children and has all the barriers that men normally don't have, and you watch them blossom and change their lives. It's a great feeling.
What's a story of someone that you saw blossom that way that you might want to share with us?
I won't tell her name, but I had a young lady who had went to several trainings in accounting, and each time we sent her out on job interviews, she never got placed. They always told her that she needed hands-on experience. So I came up with the idea. I said, you know what, we got like a whole finance accountant department here. Let's see if they'll be willing to give you the opportunity to volunteer there for a couple of hours. I spoke to a few people in the finance department. They agreed. They took her on as a volunteer. She volunteered for several months in conjunction with doing her job search here at the M.A.T.C.H program, and she was recently hired, so I'm very happy.
Wow.
So, you know, she has benefits, full package, insurance, the whole nine, and that will change and affect her lives and her children's lives, and I'm very, very, very proud
That's
to
wonderful.
be a part of that happening for her. Yeah.
And that's why we do this type of work.
Absolutely.
For little
Every
things
day.
like that, those little miracles. That's a beautiful thing. So how often should someone update their resume? Like,
I think it all depends. If you're continually job searching for whatever reason, then you should be constantly upgrading your resume, because every task or every new thing that you learn at your job, you should add it to your resume. Most people come and they only update their resumes when they're going for a new position. Some people come and they want to transfer skills from one resume into another field that they're looking to branch out to. We've had a lot of people who have like 3, 4, 5 resumes, and it's because they have skills in very different venues, and they just create them based on what jobs they're going to search for. Now, let's say.
So tell us a little bit about the workplace ethic class. Is it?
Workplace ethics. Well, we have our workshops are all geared towards things that could happen in the workplace. So workforce etiquette is something that we teach on a regular basis. I mean, just the ground rules, like how to dress appropriately, how to speak to someone appropriately, how to talk about if someone's speaking to you inappropriately. So our workshops is really based on down in categories. Like we do sexual harassment. We teach our women clients how to separate, appropriate behavior from inappropriate behavior, especially if it's coming from, a male boss. I think for all cultures and all agencies, they're all different. Like GMHC is a more relaxed culture in most departments, but in workforce, we're like the cold, starchy people, because we all have on our little black suits and, starchy shirts. And I think that's the way we have to present ourselves, because this is the way we want our clients who enter our program to present when they go out into the world.
Right. So each month, the M.A.T.C.H program offers a 2-hour open house. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes.
And how they could get more information?
Well, you can get it from the website, or you can call me, as I do conduct the open houses. The open houses are just the 2-hour informational seminar that gives an overview of all the services that M.A.T.C.H offers. It gives them the opportunity to register and do an intake. They get a job developer, and you can also get services to life coaching for people who are coming in and not really sure where they want to be. I usually refer them to advocacy so that they could find out how much money they can make, how many hours they can work based on the type of benefits they receive, because we still have people that come in that want to work and still keep their benefits, and we're fine with that. So we do a lot of part-time placements as well. So that's really what the open house is to give you an introduction of what M.A.T.C.H is and give you the opportunity to make a choice if it works for you.
And
they say, our logo is, are you a match for M.A.T.C.H? So, yeah.
So anyone is welcome to that?
Well, it's basically for HIV positive people. In the past, we have made it an open forum, and that's based on contracts that we receive. So if in the future we have a contract that doesn't state that the person has to be HIV positive, then M.A.T.C.H becomes open to everyone.
Okay. So what's one message you would like to tell women out there that are watching this video? What will you tell them, words of wisdom from April?
Words of wisdom from April. I mean, I came from a very humble background, And coming to GMHC, I started as a job readiness instructor, and I have had, this is my third promotion, and I'm now the assistant director, and I've worked here for 7 years. I say that only because I know that women seem to think that they can't move up into the management part of any company, and you can, but you have to start out first in the company, you know. I want them to know that the opportunities for us are just as good as the opportunities for men, but you got to be in it to win it.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
All right.